A very provoking video has been doing the rounds for some time now. A worried mum dressed up as a cat to make her point. That it is not possible for people to become cats even if they think they can. A logic that she then expanded to argue that therefore trans people aren't possible either.
The teachers, the rest of the school board are identifying him as mixed while he's talking in just the deepest manly voice that he was born with. And so to see these parents and these adults take no responsibility for the education of these kids and to teach them true right and wrong and true biology and true facts and science and truths is just so alarming.
Wait up, Lindsey Graham, aka Cat Lady. Your call for evidence-based thinking is awesome, but unfortunately what you were taught about sex and gender was a lie. And now you are repeating that lie to your kids. It's not your fault, it is the radical failure of Western education. Perhaps not entirely surprising when you think about the fact that only 17 states in the US require sex ed to be medically accurate. But the headlines are, sex is not binary and gender is not binary. There are more than 2 biological sexes and there are more than 2 genders. And there's a whole bunch of videos and resources that can help you fill in the evidence-based gap. But that's not what we're worrying about here. We agree that Ms. Graham is right to be worried about the education of kids at her kids' school, but not because of the trans board member that she's attacking. The real problem here is likely to be parents like herself who unfortunately have been poorly educated. How can we say this? Let's look at how many young people identify as LGBTQ in this Gallup poll. That's 20% of Gen Z, or around 9 to 24-year-olds. In the US, there are 1.6 million people over the age of 13 who identify as transgender, and 18% of them are school age. That's 300,000 US kids. Given these stats, Ms. Graham, we want you to ask yourself whose kids in the school are going to suffer because of ignorance and bigotry. Because we can absolutely guarantee that there will be LGBTQIA+ kids in your school. They might be yours. Will you be there for them? The World Health Organization notes that trans people experience disproportionately high levels of mental health problems compared to the wider population. And discrimination from families is one of the big reasons for this. So here are some headline stats to think about when you refuse to believe that trans people are real. 10% of trans kids will suffer violence at the hands of their own families. 54% are likely to be verbally harassed at school. And almost a quarter are likely to be physically attacked. The rhetoric that you are putting out there fuels this stuff. If you really do care about your kids, Ms. Graham, get educated. Take an evidence-based approach. Be curious, be caring, don't be afraid of difference. Turn your wonderful protective instinct on your own role with kids at your school. Make sure you make it safe for all of them to be there.